Welcome to a day in my life as a dairy farming, homeschooling, YouTubing, mom of 3. I am going to preface this video by saying I just decided to make this video right when I got up today, so what you're about to see is 100% real and raw. I haven't furiously cleaned my house or warned my kids, or husband, to be on their best behavior ahead of time. Also, this is one day in my life. There's no rule book for what we do around here, so no other day has looked exactly like this one. And I highly doubt any future ones will. With that said, I hope you stick around and glean some insight into what it's like to live here on our dairy farm.
This video is sponsored by Major Dairy AI Services Limited.
Most days I try to get up early and start right away on video editing or anything to do with social media. My kids tend to wake up quite early, so I like to get the computer work out of the way and focus on journaling and exercising while they're with me. I've just started a yoga program called Body Lava to work on my mobility. I actually really dislike yoga. After my workout, the kids and I are heading out to the barn for morning chores. You probably noticed Eddie already went out there, which was about an hour ago by now. It always takes longer than I anticipate to get dressed and snacks organized in the winter, and I'll tell you a secret. None of the kids ended up eating the snack they chose in the end.
Hey, let's go out. By this point, Eddie's already been in the barn for about an hour. He is doing stuff in the barn with the cows. I'm gonna feed calves and then do a few jobs in the barn. First, Kylie and I are just gonna go check if there's any new babies, which won't exactly change the way I start, but will let me know what I'm in for. We had a calf due yesterday and it didn't happen, so it would not be surprising if we have a baby this morning. I don't see any babies, do you? No babies. Like that?
I got doggy tape.
Nice.
You know that I lie when I say that I'm fine, 'cause you know me like that. You know me better than anyone I know. Yeah, you know I need space, a little time for myself when I'm stressed and upset. You know me better than anyone I know. Darling, we have been to hell and back. That's how I know this is forever. All these years, every single tear, all the regrets and promises.
This is our calf board. It shows how much milk each calf gets, and this is a weaning schedule for a calf who's being weaned. I also have whether they need a tight, loose, or medium nipple. So I just add up all the numbers, then look at my milk conversion chart, which tells me how much hot water, milk powder, and cold water to add to the mixing pail. We don't have many calves right now. It has all their details recorded on here, and any other notes Eddie or I want to communicate to each other or reminders for ourselves.
Cups, breakups, bumps in the road, we've been until we keep crashing down, but baby we got up. Yeah, look at us now. After all these years, yours and mine, it's you and I. It's you and I. You won't say it out loud, but I can tell you're not fine, 'cause I know you like that. I know you better than anyone you know. Yeah, I know exactly how you bottle things up inside, but you don't have to be stubborn, so goddamn proud. I know you better than
So I'm done my chores now. Eddie ended up doing the stuff in the barn because he is going away later this week, so he wanted to show me a couple of things, and I didn't have to do my barn chores because then that held me up, so then he did it. Now I am starving. I'm gonna go check out what the kids are doing. They've been making a snow fort. Eddie, I think, is probably already in the house working on breakfast, and we'll see you back in the house. Wow, this is pretty cool. You made these ones?
That's the wall. Our mom helped us make that. That's it.
Cool. I'm coming. Leave the shovel out here. Leave the shovel out here.
No.
Oh.
No way.
Oh.
Well, I'm having chocolate.
Okay, well, you're in.
I don't want to try that baby. Before you do it.
So we are all finished with breakfast now, and Eddie and I cleaned up the kitchen. The kids are upstairs getting ready for the day. Eddie's having a few moments alone until he goes back out for the rest of his chores. I'm just preparing some meat for dinner tonight before I go have a shower and we start homeschool.
We have job cards for our kids to earn hole punches for doing a job around the house. When their card is full of hole punches, then they get to pick a prize or a predetermined amount of money. I usually have several loads of laundry that I try to keep going throughout the day. We also do a morning walk after breakfast where we walk at least once up and down the driveway, and depending on time, the kids often get into doing something else outside as well, but I forgot to film this today. Beginning our homeschool time with a tidy and organized space helps me to feel more calm and present during our time together. We like to start by reading some stories while the kids work on something quietly. We're usually also memorizing something like a Bible reference or a poem, and sometimes we'll listen to music, look at art, or play a game during this time. We often bake together, and on Mondays we usually make something for Tuesday, which is our story tea time day, where we have tea and a treat while I read picture books to the kids, and today is Monday, so we're baking. Then we head over to our homeschool room to work on the studies we do all together, like social studies, history, and nature studies, before splitting up to work on math, language arts, and computer learning separately. It may sound quite peaceful, but this morning was particularly challenging, so I didn't end up getting much filmed. Sometimes Eddie comes in before we're done, in which case he will start getting lunch together, which is what happened today.
Mine has
Okay, guys.
I made has steps.
2, 3.
Depths of silence where echoes remain. You were the sunrise and I was the rain. A collision of souls opposing in flight. I was the darkness, you yearned for the light. Now you're gone, and I'm losing my mind, losing my mind, I'm losing my mind. Now you're gone. Why did you cut me up, bring me out, and leave me high and dry? You were the laughter that kept me alive. You were hello, and I was goodbye. Remember the
As I mentioned before, our days are kind of all over the place. I would tell you a typical day, but we honestly don't necessarily have one. This particular day is like a trial because I'm finding I don't quite have enough time to do all my behind the scenes stuff for like editing and social media and even just bookwork for the farm. So Eddie's kind of trying to figure out a way to help me get those things done during the winter when he's not so busy, and he has taken the kids for the afternoon, so now I can focus. I'm in the house by myself. I don't know if he's going to be gone the whole time, but I'm here. I'm going to focus on stuff that I can't really do with the kids around, nor do I want to do that stuff with the kids around. So typically when this isn't happening, I would be going outside with the kids or reading books with them, or maybe we were going to a friend's place to visit, or just running errands, getting groceries, any type of thing. One thing that is steady in our routine is that on Wednesdays, I do bookwork for the farm. So that day is set aside. I don't do homeschool on Wednesdays, so we do school 4 days a week typically. So at the beginning of the week, I just like to go over our calendar, see what's on our calendar. I am honestly terrible with calendars. I don't know what it is. I use my phone calendar. Eddie likes to use the one we have on the kitchen wall. And then I typically write out a weekly calendar that has like our homeschool stuff, any appointments, skating, when I'm definitely scheduled to feed calves, and any like to-do stuff that I have extra that week that's not just like, well, I'll even put laundry on there, or I'll even put like make dinner, because honestly, sometimes I can forget. I am now going to get over to my office desk, work on my computer work and edit video, and yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, organize for homeschool. I have library orders to do, so I typically will order a week ahead or 2 weeks ahead for what I need from the library, and then I'll pick it up so that I have it the week that I need it. I changed my mind. I'm not going to work at my desk. I'm going to work on the couch. My chiropractor would be so proud of me.
Wave to mommy. She's right there.
Dinner's done. I've just cleaned up all the dishes, and you may have noticed that we sat down at the table together 3 times today, and that is my very favorite part about being a dairy farmer and living on the farm where we farm. It doesn't happen every single day. Sometimes, especially in the fall and spring, Eddie's out doing stuff and he doesn't join us for maybe breakfast or lunch or dinner. But in the winter months, more often than not, we're sitting down together 3 times, sometimes even more for snack a day, and I love that part. Anyway, I'm gonna head upstairs now, get the kids bathed and to bed, and then I have to head out to a friend's place to pick up a few things a bit later. Back home and folding laundry, and this is how we're going to close out the night. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.